Tadhg here again. The topic of this video is trying to cheat an assessment by uploading a file with AI generated text that Turnitin can't read. Is it possible to avoid getting an AI score for AI generated text? How do markers typically respond to this? In order to be scanned by Turnitin's AI detector, documents must meet certain criteria. They must have at least 300 words in long form prose and be no more than 30,000 words. Yes, that means if you're submitting a master's dissertation, that Turnitin probably won't be able to scan your work. The size of the files must be less than 100 megabytes, written in a supported language, of which there are three: English, Spanish, and Japanese. Yes, that means if you're submitting an assessment through Turnitin in any other language, you don't have to worry about the AI detector. And it must be submitted as a DOC, docx, PDF, TXT, or RTF file. Submissions that do not meet these criteria won't be scanned and will not get an AI score. So in this video, I'm going to show you a trick that many students have tried to pull, uploading their work in a format that is unreadable to Turnitin's AI detector, and talk about how markers are likely to respond to this. This one is for the curious students and educators out there. But first, if you value this channel and the honest, authentic, impartial, and authoritative information that I provide to students and educators, I really think that you should like this video and subscribe. It costs you nothing and really helps the channel gain visibility and grow. Please share this video or any other video on the channel with someone who you think it could help or inform. As far as I can tell, I am the only educator providing trustworthy and credible insights to students, and I show the Turnitin interface. Thank you in advance for your support, and sincere thanks to the nearly 3,000 people who have liked my videos and the 1,500 who have shared them. I appreciate you. As the purpose of this video is to submit AI writing that Turnitin can't scan, that means we need some AI writing. Let's ask the free version of ChatGPT to write a 1,000 word essay on how we can cheat the Turnitin AI detector by uploading text that it cannot scan. Look at ChatGPT. Let us down by being a goody two-shoes. I wonder, would any chatbot help us with this? Let's check by making the request using Ryan Chat. The update with Ryan Chat means that we can only talk to 3 chatbots at once. We're going to ask GPT-4o, Claude 3.7 Sonnet, and Gemini 2.5 Pro to give us some tips on beating Turnitin's AI detector with unreadable text. And nope, none of them are having it. I guess that means we'll have to turn our attention to the most unethical chatbot I can think of: DeepSeek. There are lots of suspicions about the ethics of DeepSeek, and OpenAI say that it is based on code stolen from them. Tisk tisk. Very naughty if true. What happens if we ask DeepSeek for ways that students can beat Turnitin's AI detector? Turns out we get a pretty good essay about how to submit text that won't be flagged. I'll be covering some of these suggestions in a major video I've been working on about techniques to avoid AI detection, but for this video we just want to create and upload a file that Turnitin can't read. Let's instruct DeepSeek to write an essay on that. And here we go. I like this one, and it just so happens that it lists 2 of the approaches that we're going to use in this video. The only problem is that there are too many bulleted lists. Turnitin is not great with text not in prose, like numbered or bulleted lists. So let's ask it to write that same essay again, all in prose this time. Perfect. We'll save the output into this document here. As you can see, this is text that we can select. The next thing that we're going to do is take screenshots of the DeepSeek essay in the Word document. We're going to essentially turn our essay from a Word file into a series of images that together contain all the essay text. We'll add the screenshots of the essay to this Word document here, and we'll save this version of the essay, that's just a series of images, as a PDF file. I've seen this before, and it's a good strategy for creating text that many AI detectors can't scan. But maybe a file that Turnitin can't provide an AI detector score for is just as suspicious as a high AI score. For our second unreadable document, we're going to include some writing that can be scanned by AI detectors at the bottom. I'm going to write a couple of sentences myself in long form prose, copy and paste them a few times to make sure that we're over the 300 word minimum for the Turnitin AI detector to run, reduce the size of the text so it takes up almost no space in the essay, and change the color of the text to white. That way, it's invisible on the page. Maybe this is the better solution. The next thing that we're going to do is run our documents through the Turnitin AI detector. We've got the original DeepSeek essay in Word, the Just Images version of the essay saved as a PDF, and the images version of the essay with some extra text that will be readable to the Turnitin AI detector. Let's see what happens. The original DeepSeek essay uploads just fine. For the first unreadable version of the essay that we created, we get an alert that this file has to have at least 20 words of text. Dang, it won't even upload, which means it's no good for cheating with. The version that does have some readable text seems to upload okay, but we get an error message that it can't create a preview of the upload. Okay. For the DeepSeek version of the essay, we get a 100% likely AI score. Yep. That makes sense. And we can't open the unreadable2 file to see our AI report. I was thinking that I broke Turnitin, but after about 10 minutes of processing time, I was able to open the unreadable2 file, and the AI detector score was 100% likely AI. What a joke. I wrote that extra text myself and copied and pasted it a few times. AI had nothing to do with it. Yet, it accounts for all of the AI score in the document. Now, this is an undeniable instance of false positives from Turnitin. That's why I always warn students out there, forget about your AI score. Just develop and submit your best work. Save drafts of your essay or assignment so you can demonstrate your process if you are asked about it. If you have evidence like that, it doesn't matter what AI detectors say. This is really lame. Okay, I'm going to try one more time. We're going to create an unreadable3 file with just gibberish text at the end that's invisible to readers and see what happens. This nonsense ought to do it. When we try and upload our PDF to Turnitin, it says that we've got an unusually high number of short and long words. This is wild. I've never abused Turnitin like this. Okay, fine. We're going to create a fourth unreadable document, and this time, instead of repeating text and only typing up a couple of sentences, I'm going to manually type about 400 words of just nonsense filler stuff. I don't really have anything in particular that I want to say, but these are real human written words with no copy pasting. I've chosen to write 400 words as I don't want to do just the barest minimum. When we've written our extra words, we'll make them tiny and change the font color to white so that they are invisible to our marker. Let's run this document through the Turnitin AI detector and see what happens. And this time, we did it. We've got a 0% likely AI score for what is essentially our DeepSeek essay. Woohoo! Mission accomplished. Or is it? When I'm marking a student submission, I don't usually mark it in Turnitin. I download the file that was submitted by the student, usually a PDF or Word file, and copy-paste aspects of the submission into my feedback to illustrate the strengths and areas of improvement in the assignment. As we've uploaded a PDF with some image files, it's impossible to copy any of the text and add it to the student feedback. Markers who follow a similar approach to me, of which there are many, may find this strange or think there's something funny going on with the upload. They could get in touch with you to ask for a Word copy of the assignment. I had a student who tried to pull this once. I asked for a copy of the assignment in another format, and they left me on red. No response to my requests for another version of the assignment. In the end, I just marked the submission with the image files on the PDF that they uploaded. It was a fail just on its merits. Do you really think that an AI could do a better job than you with an essay or assignment? Applying module materials, constructing strong arguments, demonstrating reasoning or critical thinking, or illustrating reflection on issues of relevance? It cannot. Any student can produce better work than a chatbot. Also, cynical attempts at cheating, like I've demonstrated in this video, are another reason that many universities are discontinuing the use of AI detection software. What's the point? when students can use humanizers or spinners or create documents like this. Another issue with this strategy is the difference in the word count specified by Turnitin and how many words are obviously in the submission. Though this isn't that big of a deal, as students can upload versions of their essays or assignments with an identical number of words to an AI written essay. However, think about how much time it would take to go through all this trouble. It may be quicker researching and writing the essay yourself. And that's ignoring the parts of the text with issues flagged by the spell checker that I didn't get rid of. If you're going to spend so much time trying to cheat, why not just use that time to write an authentic assignment instead? In conclusion, yes, we can create a file with an AI written essay that can't be read by Turnitin, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're home free. The marker can request that you forward a copy of the essay in another format or ask for evidence of your research and writing. Will you be able to provide it? I hope you found this video interesting. If you're an educator, have you come across this strategy for cheating before? How did you respond to it? If you're a student, have you tried this? How did it go? Were you asked to provide the submission in another format? Did the work pass or fail on its merits? I would love to hear from you in the comments. I'd also love to hear from anyone who has a question or a request for a video on a topic that interests them. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. And I'll see you in the next video.